late March and April, people were struggling to find any kind of PPE or masks. And the call went out, and we asked scouts if they could help make masks for first responders and essential workers. And with the simple calling, we saw such a result. We saw hundreds of scouts, not only from the town of Hempstead, but from all the townships outside of the town, from Suffolk County. We received requests to help from upstate New York scouts. Why? Because that's what they're taught, to help people. And with that, they were able to create thousands of masks that we were able to distribute to first responders, essential workers. We were able to give them out to seniors at a time people didn't have anything and they were looking for it. And it really was an amazing gesture. And today we are happy to start the recognition of the town of Hempstead's very first COVID-19 badge of merit that we will be distributing to every single scout that has entered and helped during this crisis. Councilman D'Esposito was the initial person to receive a phone call. And he reached out and he said, if somebody wants to help, please let them know. And within 2 hours, he had over a dozen troops reaching out to them. And then we got the emails. And as I said, we started reaching emails from upstate New York. We actually had one family with scouts that put together, I think it was 200 kits. And they drove down from Newburgh, New York to deliver the kits here in the town of Hempstead. If that doesn't say the goodness that are in people, nothing will. And that's why I said, we've seen it. We've seen the worst during this pandemic, and we've seen the best. With all the bad things that are happening out there in the world today, all the bad press, everything else going on, ladies and gentlemen, this says it all. This says what the real fabric of our future is on Long Island and across the state, and we're delighted to start this process of giving them the recognition every one of these boys and girls need. Every one of them stepped up, did right, and as far as I'm concerned, they did save lives. They helped stop a second wave from occurring right now, and they're going to continue to do that. And it's all of us working together, and it's our obligation to say thank you and recognize them. And this is, as I said, something we're very, very proud and just happy to be doing right now.
You turn on the news, you look at social media, and it seems like everyone wants to focus on all the wrong that the youth is doing in America. And I wish that they could really get a snapshot of what's gone on here today. Some of our youth, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts alike, joined together to take time during this pandemic to legitimately save lives. There is no doubt, like Don mentioned, our colleagues we've been able to distribute these masks to seniors, to veterans, to essential workers, to our staff.
In the village of Hempstead, we have Troop 300. And since I am a Girl Scout for life, who's worked with the Girl Scouts and had all of these cookies in my house, it's just wonderful to be able to have Troop 300. They are wonderful. We have had 20 Eagle Scouts so far, and this year we're going to have 2 more. So I hope the woman who started this troop and who's done such a wonderful job for these wonderful young men, I am so proud of them.
The Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts have always had a tradition of stepping up in a time of need. And once again, this is no exception. So the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts were there assisting our frontline workers during this pandemic. On behalf of the town of Hempstead, I want to say thank you to all the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts. Thank you, and God bless.
And the fact that all of these young men and women really stepped up to the plate at a very, very difficult time in the life of our country really just speaks volumes about their character, their ethics, their sense of integrity, and their sense of service to our community. So we are indeed delighted to be able to recognize our scouts with this great new award that Supervisor Clavin has created. I'm delighted. I thank our supervisor for doing that.
And for us, it's a simple way of saying thank you. Thank you for being selfless. Thank you for putting the lives of first responders, of, frontline workers, of senior citizens, and having that mindset. And that's a real tribute to what these young men and women are about. Yes, it's a badge, and I want them to wear it with pride, and they deserve it. But it's a real testament of some of the individuals that are out there in the future that can look very, very bright, even in the darkest times.